My goodness. My birthday's already halfway over. No, I'm kidding. It's all weekend. Iced coffee for the win. This morning I passed out sunflowers at the market. That was super fun. Had lunch with Karen and Susie. What else? Got some desserts and went to the pier. What else? Went to Ferg's. What else? Talked to everybody in the fam. Had another blockchain drop go down yesterday on Remix, and I'm creating a couple for Ape Chain. I have an interview on Monday for the Bored Ape Yacht Club about my brand, so please support me there. It's been a lot of hard work. Gotta get my coffee, and I gotta catch my breath. So I am trying to learn new languages right now. JSON, some Python, and like metadata. And it's been pretty tricky. They say it's easy, and I don't find it easy. I've already accidentally created 2 tokens on the blockchain. It's forever. So I got one that's a test. It's like a dud. And the other one that's like kind of just another trial and error. So I'm putting my energy into all the trains right now, and they're going all over, right? There's Remix, Sponsored Drop. I'm the third trending artist on that platform. That's huge. That's awesome. That shows commitment. And the Bored Ape Yacht Club, being former Yuga for years. The team is so nice. Everybody still reaches out, checks in. I love that. That's very special to me to have that relationship beyond the other side. No pun intended. Making my own collections now, working directly in the community, making a huge significant impact, and it's just so awesome to be on the podcast. And never in my life thought I'd have that kind of visibility, and it's trickling into my day in the life series as well. I'm growing substantially. I already hit my 500,000 views mark on YouTube just by, I think it was about 90 days over time. It's an overtime number, but I just turned on the channel recently and started posting consistently. So, what do we do for the birthday? You ask. I told you what I did this morning. Started the gym, all of the things. Again, Discord's going crazy because they all want to work on teaching me metadata, which is something I really want to focus on. I need to learn how to make my own NFT collections so that I can drop them every day. What I'm going to do is just drop a different painting. And so the idea would be the style is like for every color of the painting, you see all these big, beautiful. This is my art. This is my house. This is my energy. It's all over the walls. It's all over the floor. It's all over everything. It's on the oven, the fridge. I want to take every color and take an NFT, take a picture of that NFT and make it so over time that painting has all the different layers of the colors, and that's one collection. It's an amazing idea. And so for every painting that I have, so if I've got this black and white painting behind me or this orange and green one and yellow one, so for every color that I'm adding, it's its own digital artwork asset. So that collection, so you can see it being created and formed over time. So that one collection, let's call this industrial, because this is a black and white painting. I painted it in coherence of the representation of the industrial Detroit lifestyle. Everything, it's like very dark, and techno is the birthplace. There's like a whole culture with the black and white. And so this would be a series of black, white, and gray. So it would be just different traits and layers of that NFT. And then maybe there's 50 items in this collection. Maybe there's 100 in the orange one, you know? It's all depends on what I want to express in the art because I'm the artist and it's up to me to share the story. But it's all imagination and fabrication and what you believe in. So if you are an art enthusiast and an art lover, then you know how to stare at the art differently and look at it in an intellectual way. If you're an abstract artist and you focus on expressionist, because that's how I like to feel art, I like to actually make someone have emotion with it. People will text me and call me. I got my number on my QR code and say to me, this is the first time I've talked to my family and things about this in like 10 years. And you help me resolve stuff just by your stories and what you share and how you've been able to overcome that. To me, that's like the golden ticket. If you're able to help people go through something that you've experienced or you can sound relatable, that makes you basically makes you cultured and cozy, and you have empathy and you're compassionate with the world, and you see it in a different perspective and a different lens. Not everybody knows how to tap into that critical part of their brain, and so if you're able to level with people and be able to agree to disagree, that makes you equal. I got a lot to say. Always have a lot to say, and even more so now that things have been heating up kind of in my world. My birthday being today, and all the different grievances that I've been experiencing and the healing that has taken me a lot of time to actually stop and focus on. I can't actually stop and focus on healing and being present with my loved ones passing because of how much of the vibrations and the frequencies that's moving right now for the pace of the world that makes me happy. So I have to be able to take those emotions and sort of put them in a position where I'm still thinking about them and they're still important to me. But the things that I'm focused on, the things that make me happy, and the things that are helping me get to levels where I need to go to expand are these areas. And I can't drop the ball because it's not going to happen again. Yes, God's going to give me his plan, but these are the moments. I've been let down a lot lately by people. I've let people go. I've let places go. I've just muted people because of how quickly they react or what they say to me, and it just doesn't fit with my caliber of ethics or my morals. And I know it's a big part of growing. It's a layer of growing, but it's also a layer of protection because I've been really experiencing some not so good things. You know, I had a violation that happened to me when I was sitting on the street. Just a random night, a man violated me and he put his hands around my neck and squeezed at a club with friends on the street. I didn't even see him coming, and he justified by saying he thought he knew me. If you know someone or you think you know someone, you don't go up around a woman, especially a small woman. I'm in a cart. Like, what was drawn to him to make him want to do that to me? And nobody looks like me. No one looks like me. Okay? Hell no, that does not work. That does not work. More horrified that the people that were around me just kind of stood there and they were like, "Oh, we thought you knew him." Well, I didn't know him. And why'd you just stand here? That's not cool. So that happened, and since that happened, I've just been even more in shocking horror to go out because, like, I got in touch with the police and I had to do all that whole thing and get him for assault and battery and get a detective on it. And I wrote a really long review. And so it's like things I don't really want to think about because I have to focus on other stuff. But, like, how else am I going to protect myself and keep myself safe if I don't do these things? I'm learning that the only way to advocate is for yourself. And if you want to get something done, you have to actually see it through from the beginning to the start. You don't just expect other people to do it because a lot of times they're not going to do it for you. Even if it's a paid service or that's their role in the company, it doesn't mean that you can always expect them to deliver. And me working in legal operations for 3 years now and seeing things at a high level view and moving at a substantial rate of thousands and millions of seconds and miles per minute, and that was just what I did as my role in legal. And I had all of these responsibilities, all these hats, and a team that depended on me, and a brand that relied on my meticulous architectural detective skills. Well, yeah, that's what I was doing for the last 3 years in the metaverse, and that's now what I'm doing for myself and for the community, and getting art out there in a way that's storytelling and getting people to understand that the world is a very, very small place. This is a very small place, and so we need to lean on each other and help each other. could write a book. A lot of people tell me that to do that. They say to write a book. I do my blogs and I have my website going and my Instagram and everything, but there's just like layers of me that are extremely personal, extremely private, and extremely sensitive. And unless you're here in the energy with me and focused in that same room, I don't want to give that to everybody because I feel like I have a sacred gem that I need to hold and I need to cherish. And that brings out all of the things, and that brings out people that are going to try to scare me and people that are going to try to intimidate me. And that's just another way that I have to rise up and be like, look, you need to chill the fuck out. This is not going to happen this way. You're going to go that way. You're going to go this way. I have to break up fights all the time in the street. Like, I had to break up one today of this older homeless man that was really off of his cracker, and he was messing around, yelling at two young skateboard teens on Central. And and they were just going back and forth in circles and circles and circles. And this old man was just picking on these kids and, like, harassing them for money. And I had to get in between that. And those instances where God puts me there, like, I have to do something. These are minors, and it doesn't matter if that's my birthday or not. I can't just leave these two on the street like this. And so it just escalated, of course, and I need to really be very aware and cognitive, having my mace in my hand and all that other good stuff. But when there's a will, there's a way, and when you have strength over everything and you have more faith and fear, then you know that the good Lord will always have his protection bubble around you and your angels are surrounding you. And that's how I live my life every single day, and that's what makes me want to rise up and be able to see everything past that and beyond. And so I am young at heart. I am young. I am old in the mind. I have a degenerative disease that my bones are deteriorating, and that is why I move the way I move, with grace. Thank you.